Hi, welcome back to D&D Live 2020, Roll with Advantage benefiting Red Nose Day. I'm Kate Welch. I'm your Dungeon Master for the next 2 hours, and the group that I have today is a dream come true for me, to be totally honest with you. I am super, super, super pleased, honored, and delighted to introduce to you the Cast of Thrones. Yay! All right, I would like to start. We're gonna go clockwise, starting with Ewan, and please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the character that you're going to play today.
Well, hello. My name's Ewan, and my character, give me a second, is he's a bit of a rogue, but he's a wood elf. So he's got a bit, he's the kind of guy you want to have in nature. He's very stealthy, knows a lot about, and very intimidating.
What's his name?
His name is Woody Elf Tree. Hello, Woody Elf Tree. Woody Elf Tree, the wood elf. There we go.
All right, Nat, you're up.
He's also my hero.
Hello, my name is Poof the Magic, and it's true. I am a dragon, and but I love horses, so I changed into horse 3 times a day.
I'm crying.
Oh. That's all.
All right, Gemma, you're up.
Fuck. Okay. My name is Barbara Bladeboy. I cannot tell you how much I love the dead things. If it is dead, I am in love with it. I have lost my left shoe. I am looking everywhere for my left shoe, and I have lost air. I do not like being tickled. Do not tickle me. I don't like it. But I learned everything that I know. I learned everything I know from Rosie Bistinger. So if I go fucked up wrong, it is their fault. Thank you.
Okay, Christian, please bring some sanity back into this call.
Well, I'm playing obviously someone who's very like me, very slender and beautiful. Who looks a bit like Billy Idol for some strange reason. He is a sorcerer. He can't really control his powers. So things tend to go wrong in a horrible way when he casts his spells, which is kind of like me in real life.
Perfect. All right, Dan, last but definitely not least.
I am Untrustworthy Alan, the Ghostwise Halfling Rogue. I'm very, very weak, but I might steal something from your back pocket, and that's all I know for now.
Perfect. I couldn't ask for better. All right, so here's the deal. If you've never played Dungeons & Dragons, let me give you a quick intro about what's going to happen. I am the Dungeon Master. I will be setting the scene. I will be describing where these characters find themselves in the frigid north of Icewind Dale. The characters will then interact with the scene in ways that may prove to be ridiculous. And I will either say, yes, you've done that thing, or please roll me a d20 and add your appropriate skill modifier, and we will go from there. This is all improvisational exercise, and I'm very, very excited to see how this goes. So, without further ado, let me get into it. Icewind Dale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale residents blame Auriel, the Frost Maiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering blue aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The drop-off in caravans coming from the south and travel between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourselves, 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle and, in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. So, you have been adventuring together for some time. I believe you all know each other in some way. Would you like to explain those relationships briefly before we move on into our story?
Hello, I am Barbara. I would like to explain that myself and Woody are very good friends because Woody always protects me. Oh la la. I feel like sometimes I give off that I need protecting, but I do not.
Oh, she does. She does. Believe me.
As proof the magic, I follow Barbara, Blade Boy, because she has no shoes. So I'm trying to find her shoe all the time.
I have lost the left shoe on my foot.
The left one,
shoe
yes.
has gone. And because it's so dark these days, because the sun has gone away, my left shoe has disappeared. And because it's so hard to see, even though I have some magic powers to see, it's difficult for me to see where is the shoe. So I'm hoping for some help.
Oh, God.
Dan, would you like to explain any of your relationships? Sorry, I'm trustworthy, Alan.
Thank you very much.
I have a suspect already.
I am business associates with the Magic Dragon Horse lady.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Yes. It's true.
Thank you. And as such, I'm also looking for a shoe that belongs to the French lady. And apparently, me and the big slim fella once served together in let's say an army of some sort.
Now,
for that one.
Finvara, your time in the army. Tell me about that.
I mean, I was often asked to cast spells, but they did more harm than good. And so I was sin-binned with the rogue, and we spent a lot of time together because they didn't really want us serving. And I, too, have been studying magic to try and find the shoe. That's all I want from my powers.
I am so grateful.
Listen, Barbara, I have a little rummage around in the forest and see if I can find your shoe.
Thank you so much, Woody. Woody, I am so grateful because I do not trust untrustworthy Alain because he is a dodgy man. And because he is in cahoots, as we say en français, with the Puff, I am concerned that they maybe have conspired to take the shoe. Because it actually, I did not
I would
disclose
never take the
this
shoe.
information. No, hold on, no, I didn't disclose the information that the shoe, when you step on like this, it goes flashy and makes light, which will be very helpful because we do not have the sun. For 2 years now, we don't have sun. And I only am hopping around on my right foot, and the left foot is missing, but we could have twice the light, imagine that. So please, Alain, and Puff, I implore you to come forward.
Return the shoe. Return the shoe.
Okay.
Right.
I will look.
I will
All right, listen.
have a word.
This group of fond family has found itself in one of the 10 towns called Lonelywood, and Lonelywood it's a very small town. It's the near and inside of one of the only forests in Icewind Dale, which is probably how Woody Elftree found his way here. But you are all the town has one pathetic tavern, and it's the only place you can get anything close to a decent drink. As you make your way out late one night, a bundled up figure walks briskly up to you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this again. The only accents I can do are the ones that you do natively, so I'm really sorry about what's about to happen. Well, mates, you lot seem like you're looking for fun or trouble. You wouldn't be standing around in this cold otherwise.
That's great.
No, it is true.
That was the Welsh, was it?
Yep, that was Welsh.
Yes, from Aberdaugleddau, yes. I know it well. Well, Ewan does. I'm Woody. I'm somebody else.
It sounded like Elvish, honestly. So this figure it's a woman bundled up in furs. She's well guarded against the cold. She introduces herself to you. She says, "My name is Danica Greysteel. Sorry, I will stumble on my last name. I'm Danica Greysteel. I'm a scholar, and I think I might have a job for you if you're in the market."
Are you
we're
talking
in the
to
what?
all of us or just me?
I'm talking yes, the whole group.
Guys,
I
we
don't
have a
understand.
possible job.
Let's do it. An opportunity.
We must find out.
Mate,
We must find
boy.
out. We must find out from Danica what is the job.
Is there a reward?
I've noticed
Is there a reward?
if she turns to you, Finvar, and says, "Most people want to know what the job is first, but yes, there's a bit of a reward in it."
But I asked already, what is the job?
The job is. I'm gonna catch accents. I'm so
Are
sorry.
you taking the piece out of my accent?
I wouldn't dream of it. The job is this, and I think she looks at you, Barbara Bladeboy. She looks down at your frostbitten, your poor frostbitten little foot, and she says, "I think you could probably use the money. Here's the job. I believe, and no one around here seems to agree with me, but I believe that I know exactly where to find information about why this everlasting winter has descended upon Icewind Dale. I just need someone to do a quick errand for me. It's no big deal. It's quite easy. There are these, you've probably seen them around. There are these wee little elemental creatures about yay high, and they're called Chwingas. Does this ring a bell?
Yes, I've seen them.
You would. Actually, you would have seen Chwingas in the woods for sure.
Yeah, all the time.
Danica turns to you, Woody, and says, "Oh, great. Usually when I bring up Chwingas, everybody rolls their eyes and acts like I'm the crazy one in the bunch. If you haven't seen a Chwinga, I say, where have you been? Where have you been?"
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yes.
That's what I've done. How'd you know? So she's asking. She explains to you guys. She's a local researcher and scholar. She believes that these wee elemental creatures that are clearly like the Icewind Dale version of a leprechaun are what is responsible for this never-ending winter, or at least could provide a clue. And she would like you to go in search of one.
I would like very
Let's
much
go.
for Danica to take us there. I do not trust that we are going to be sent. I want her to lead us there. Please, thank you.
It would be obviously my great honor and pleasure to do so, but I've got all these research related chores to do. And it's quite cold out there, so I feel like you'd be well spent doing it by yourself. I got so much researching to do.
Okay, I can turn.
And we will do it.
All those nice furs on that protect you from the cold.
Yes, can I borrow your
but-
fur?
I'm really
Pinch your
cool.
fur or two
You-
to keep us warm.
The five of you are well outfitted.
Right.
You
but I
have,
like
you have
that.
lots of furs and cloaks. You're very warm.
I'll get you a
You've been adventuring
schminker.
here.
Whatever they're called. I'll get you one.
Guys. Let's
I
just
know
go.
where they are.
Which way, Danica? Which
Okay.
way?
So
That's
she is able to. She says. What? Here's the thing. I don't know where to
fuck.
find them. That's one big problem. But she rummages around inside of her cloaks and furs for a while, and she eventually comes up
nice,
with
nice you
this.
son,
With
isn't
this she comes out.
I'm freezing. and I live in the woods.
All right, you've convinced me. I'll give you one of my wee furs.
Oh, thank you.
But she comes out with this lantern, this intricately carved little lantern, and right now it has a magical flame inside of it that's just a normal color. She says, when you're close to one of the Chwingas, this lantern will fight the fire. Chwingas. They're wee little creatures. She goes into the whole spiel again about these little legends.
I'll know them when I see them.
The wee little elemental creatures are like this. Little mischievous little devils. If you see, that's my mother always said, you see a wee snowball flying through the forest, and you know that's a chewinga on your tail. That's what they say.
What happens
Anyway.
to the flame when we get close?
The flame, it will, it turns a specific, a weird color. I don't know what, because I've never actually seen a chewinga or been there one, but I know they exist. So, but you'll know. It'll turn a strange color, and it's you can't miss it. She gives us Barbara Blade Boy. She gives you the lantern. She says, "And use it to keep that foot warm, why don't you?"
Thank you so much, Danica. I cannot tell you how cold my foot is. It was nearly going to fall off. I've had children on my life. I got problems with it. Anyway, don't worry about that. It's another story. Guys. We are going to go on the adventure into the forest to find the Twinkas. It sounds like a very tasty snack, but I think it's a small person. So we are going to go, and I want to go in the direction of the left and the right, and up into those woods that looks a little bit tickly, and I don't like being tickled, but I'm prepared to take the effort if it's going to save the Twinkas and get the sunshine back to us, because I'm really pale and I love being brown. Let's go into the lonely wood, my friends.
And
Old man.
would you like me to? I can do the horse thing. Would you like to all get on my back and we can go?
You know what, Puff? I would love that. I think everybody would love to get on your back. Let's go.
Okay.
Woody, Fingara, and Trust, let's get on Puff.
Puff, you turn into a majestic warhorse, and everyone piles on your back, and it's no problem.
Oh my gosh,
You guys
it's
are all
comfortable.
snuggled up on the back of this majestic horse, trotting through the snow.
Puff, take us away from this lonely cavern into the lonely wood, and let's find these Twingas.
All right, you search. So Danica points you in the direction of one of the other 9 towns in 10 towns, and you head that way. You use your lantern, Barbara, as you get closer to the town. 10 towns itself is very compact, so you can easily go on Puff the Magic's magical horseback from town to town. And you hold up your lantern as you get close to one of the other towns called Bryn Shander. You hold up your lantern, and let's see if you find anything. No. Okay. So you hold up your lantern. There are people gathered around. There's lots of people coming and going. Everyone dressed in these furs. But your lantern isn't changing colors. However, there's lots of people here to talk to if you want to ask anyone.
I think that we
What
would
about
like to ask
streaming?
the people of Brindchander if they have seen any small things about the AI, maybe 4 inches. It's okay. Welcome, gentlemen. Maybe 4 inches tall. Are there any small things around here that you have seen about the town that we can maybe look for? Because aren't you all so sad and unhappy that it's so dark all the time and nobody can get it done? Please help us. Have you seen such things?
Most people, so Barbara, you stand and hold forth in the middle of Bryn Shander about the existence of Chwingas, these little tiny elemental people. And most people are walking by you. Some of them toss you a coin because they think you're insane. But everyone seems...
I don't know why.
Everyone's very dismissive of the idea that Chwingas even exist, except for one clearly intoxicated local fisherman who comes stumbling out of a tavern and he says, "Oh, hey, I've definitely seen them little Chwingas, eh? I've seen him from." This is Canada. This is over here on the mainland. It's hey, I've seen them. I got one of them took one of my fish once, actually.
Oh. Alice.
Terrible.
I believe you. I think you're right. I think Chwingas are the real problem for me. For most people, they don't understand. But if you go, I think if you go to Dugan's Hole over there, oh, you're gonna find some Chwingas over there. They love the hole. That's what we call it. That's what we locals call it. Eh? We call it the hole. You're gonna really.
I remember they like holes. That's where I usually see them, in holes. Yes.
They love. This guy. This guy. Oh my God.
What's happening?
Anyway, you go out to that D hole, Dugan's Hole, and you'll find all the Chwingas you need. And he collapses face first into the snow.
Should we help him? No, fuck him. Let's go.
No. Let's take everything. Let's take his horse. Let's wear the coat. His coat.
Please,
Yeah.
can we take his left shoe, please? My foot is so cold. Oh, he's on the outside too. Tiny foot, man.
You're able to pick him clean of all of his cloaks and furs. He is in his long underwear only by the time you're done with him. However, his left shoe was also missing. So the best you can do is get his right shoe and put it on your
I've
left
got
foot.
2 right feet. What is the chances? But it's a good sign.
All right, so you all pile back.
Sorry.
Puff the
I had
magic.
an absolute nightmare. Some weird. It might have been a Chwinga, but something got in my head.
It was probably not a Chwinga. You pile back on Puff the Magic's horseback, and you trot your
Yes,
way
I'm
to
ready. Let's
Dugan's
go.
Hole. Yes, Dugan's Hole, aka D Hole, and you arrive. As you get there, Gemma, Barbara Bladeboy. Oh my
Barbara.
gosh, Barbara Bladeboy. You hold up your lantern. Your lantern suddenly explodes in a torrent of green flame, and you know that this must be the indication that Chwingas are not far off.
Chwinga time.
Holy merde, my friends. My lantern has gone bright rainbow. I think that the Chwingas must be near because it has gone a crazy, crazy color. It's a very inclusive color, all the colors of rainbow, but I think it might be near, maybe in this hole.
Let's go.
I tell you what, Dungeon Master, we would like to go into the hole. Do we need to take
Okay,
a
so
test?
Dugan's Hole is not actually a hole; it's a town. But as you approach the outskirts of it, it is kind of.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
We cannot trust her.
It was a
It's called Dugan's Hole, but it's not actually a hole. It's probably named after a guy named Dugan who had a cool hole, and then they named the hole. They built the hole
Always like.
around the one,
Excuse me.
around the one cool hole.
Well, I'd certainly like to see this hole.
Okay.
Okay, fuck it, guys.
So-
we have to accept we are in a town. Okay, maybe we can find
You-
a pub.
As you approach the outskirts of it, you see a bundled up figure come stomping out of a snow-covered
again.
cottage. Just on the
Why are we
outskirts.
all bundled? What
Bloody
is
hell.
this?
It's because it's cold. It's cold. That's why.
It's cold. It's called immersion. They're all so this figure stomps out of the cottage, and as soon as she spots you, she starts yelling. Oh man, I can't do any of my accents because of you people. How about she says,
Do the Kiwi.
Yes, you can. Mike,
get,
don't worry.
oh yeah, there we go. Thank you. It's nice. All right, get out of here, you wind, you bloody wind. Get out. You see this wind coming, and I don't like it. I don't care for it. I don't think it benefits me. Every day with this wind blowing through my house. She sees you guys. She says, "Can you, come over here. Come over here. I want to have a conversation with you, magical horse, and all your friends."
I'm a very intimidating character.
I don't
and I find you
understand
quite
what you're saying.
intimidating.
I can.
Woody, are you intimidated, and would you like to intimidate?
I'll intimidate you right now. I'll
Okay,
intimidate
please do.
you back.
Give me roll the d20 and add your intimidation bonus from your character sheet.
Oh, yes. Okay, hang on. Bear with me.
There we go.
I'm just going to get my dice.
Yes, we are using a glorious digital die roller today.
There's no expense spared in the woods. 16. Ooh, am I supposed to
16.
say? I
Okay,
don't know.
cool. No, 16 is
Yes,
great. And then add your bonus from your character sheet under
Oh,
that section that starts with
yeah.
acrobatics. Yeah. that going.
Intimidation 5.
Nice. Okay, so grand total of 21. Not bad. So you tell me how you intimidate this poor sweet villager.
I merely stand above her and say, "Stop intimidating me, or I'll intimidate you to the middle of next week." Silly.
Oh, well, she's taken aback. She's taken aback by this, and she says, "Well, that's not very nice of you. I guess I'll be reporting back
Yeah.
from the middle of next week. I can't keep this accent. It's nice. I only wanted to ask you for your help. I've had some things pinched from my house."
Well,
I wouldn't.
well, what did you bloody
Alan,
say,
it's
sir?
Alan. It's Alan.
It's definitely not Alan, but I do have an untrustworthy cousin that might have something to do with it.
Alan, do you know anything about this?
I don't have a clue, mate. I don't have a clue. But my cousin, my aforementioned cousin, untrustworthy Brian, he's right untrustworthy, so he might have something to do with
Oh, I know him.
pinching stuff from old and that, you know. He loves anyway.
I don't trust the word that comes out of his mouth. What is this, man?
Well, she
You've
gives
had some stuff stolen, have you?
Guys,
I
my
have, and I
flame
know-
is still rainbow.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a problem.
know.
The thing is freaking here. Why are you talking about your cousin, you moron?
Somebody brought him up, right?
I think it's these wee little elemental creatures that have come in and stolen my crap, but I don't know which way they went. Follow me. She trundles back into her house.
Let's follow her
Okay, guys.
inside.
Let's have a team talk. Do you think that we should go into a cottage or not?
Well, yes.
Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, I've got the lantern. We are
might
going
be
into
able
the
to
house.
find the
It's
ship.
still burning
Okay,
the
let's
rainbow
go.
flame.
Let it go.
We're going in. Bring the horse as well,
Here we
Puff.
go.
Let's go.
Yes, I'm coming very fast. Let's go.
Can you fit?
Are you?
Okay.
It's
Have
fine. I
magic
can
are
become
you
small
sucking?
any moment.
Okay.
We've
Okay.
come
Good.
inside the
I was-
cottage. What have you got?
Okay.
I have become
Tell us
child.
more about these small people.
So you go inside this cottage. It's very much as you would expect. It's a typical cottage from a person who lives in 10 towns and probably has for some time. They don't have much. They have an open larder with some salted fish. There's even less now that it's been pinched by someone. But the window is thrown open, which seems like an unwise move. And this villager who introduces herself as Elva, she says, that's nice. I have to say that's nice in order to get into this accent every time. She says it. She
You're in
says
an
it in character though. She begins every character. That's nice. Anyway, yeah, I've lost. The window came open. I wouldn't open it. I'm not an idiot. It's freezing bloody cold out there. I've got to figure out who nipped my silverware and one of my plates. I count them every morning and every night just to be safe. And I woke up this morning and one of them was one of my plates was missing, and one fork and one knife. When you only have two of each, you notice when they're gone.
Elva, calm down. Have you checked the dishwasher?
She's like she bashfully is like.
Sometimes I forget. Have you checked it?
She says, that's nice. I have checked it, but she opens the dishwasher just to peek in, and she slams it shut. She says, I have checked it, and there's nothing in there.
Oh my God, there's swingers in there.
There's no,
There has to be.
She
What
says-
is she hiding?
Let me intimidate her again.
Please do. Give me another intimidation
Woody.
roll, Woody Elftree.
Stand on her.
Right.
Please stand on
Not
her.
intimidate you again. Watch out. Hang on. Give me a second.
You got this.
18.
Oh, look at this. Son.
Nice. 18
No, he's
plus
so
5 is a
intimidating.
23. Okay, so give me that Woody Elftree. Tell me what you do to intimidate her this time.
I walk over to the lady,
Dishwasher.
if indeed you are one, and I say, "You look like someone who doesn't want a problem." By which you reply, "Are you threatening me?" And I say, "I'm not threatening me. I'm just saying you're someone who looks like they don't want a problem." That's intimidating, isn't it?
That's
Are you
nice. That's
intimidated?
quite intimidating. I'm very intimidated. I'm regretting inviting any of you into my cabin.
Now
Should've
open
thought
the
this
damn
through.
dishwasher, lady!
Quite, yes. She opens the dishwasher, she flies it open, and she goes back with her hands up. She's like, there's no dishes in there. Why would I lie about plates and forks being missing?
What the fuck is my left
little
shoe
animals.
doing in your dishwasher? Finalement, I get a warm left foot. What the fuck, Elva? What are you doing?
She looks in the dishwasher. She doesn't see anything, and she looks at you. She's like, "It's nice. I believe one of us is going a bit mad. I don't necessarily see a left shoe, but perhaps I just need to look closer." She looks closer. Oh, no, I still don't see it. Actually,
Oh, you're saving it for later because it's the big finale. I understand. Okay. Oh, fuck it. I was seeing things that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry at all. Oh, it's just a little fork. What is a little fork doing in there, huh? It's for a baby. Hold on a second. Do you have a baby in the house or the cottage?
that's nice. No, it's just me living here, just by myself, making my way in the world.
What do you do for a living,
Have a
Elva?
look around.
I'm just I'm one of the local fisherwomen. It's nice.
Oh, so you fish like the man at the tavern before in Lonely Town. You are a fisher woman And the man before in the bundled cold thing, everyone is bundled in cold things. You are also an angler? There is a pattern, my friends. The people in the group on top of Puff is an angler and an angler. It's a fishing theme. We have to go to the river. Please lead us to the river, master.
Where are you fishing?
Wait, it's not. It's a nice little hole that one of our ancestors, Mr.
hole?
Dugan Smith,
Dugan's hole?
carved a hole.
Is that the
Carved a hole in the lake.
Take us to
There's
the
a lake.
hole.
There's a hole.
To the hole. Take us
There's
to
a
the
hole
hole.
in the lake.
immediately. Take
Take us to the hole.
Elle va take us to the
I'll
hole.
take
Take us to the hole. Take us to the
It's-
hole.
it's nice.
Take us to the
Take us to the
hole.
cool
Take
hole.
us to the hole.
Take us to the hole.
hole.
Take us to the hole.
Take us to the hole.
Take us to the hole.
Alain,
All right,
I
it's
think
nice.
Barbara
I will
is a
take-
bit in love with you.
I will take you to the hole, as long as you figure out who stole my plate, my fork, and my knife. As
Listen,
soon
we're
as you
looking
figure
at
that
a
out,
bunch of little tiny creatures here. We haven't got time for your bloody fork.
well, perhaps
Elva?
it could. Are you
yes,
talking
we
about
will.
Schwingers? Is
Yes.
it Schwingers you're after?
Well,
Oh,
Twingers, yes.
I know a thing or two about Schwingers. They're in and out of here all the time.
Oh, what a spot of good luck.
What do you're looking? Why are you looking for Schwingers? Strange thing to do. I'm Scottish again.
We have been told that the Twingers are responsible
They
for the
call-
darkness.
Somebody roll the dice.
should
Chat.
I maybe have a look
Wiki.
around
For a
for
reason.
some clues
I don't
to
know.
see who's stolen your things?
Absolutely. Actually, Finvara, if you would be so kind, give me a perception check. Roll that d20 and add your perception bonus, please.
Roll it.
You got in a hole.
It's shut up. That's a 5 plus
Okay.
plus 3, so it's an 8.
Okay, an 8. Okay, so Finvara, you're
8.
standing around looking extremely fabulous. Like one of the things that's been great for being here in Icewind Dale is that the tiny amount of light always catches the sharp cut of your jawbone and your incredible
My beard.
cheekbone and your incredible beard and your long, elegant elf ears. You look great, and as a result, you find yourself sort of admiring your own reflection in one of the cast iron pans, which doesn't seem possible. But you have one of Elva's pans, and you're kind of looking at your reflection. So in doing this perception check, you're not perceiving much except how utterly fabulous you look. Untrustworthy Alan, would you like to? Untrustworthy Alan, would you like to
Excuse me.
try a perception roll, please? Give me-
Perception.
Untrustworthy Alan, give me a d20 roll and then add your perception
Yes.
bonus.
Right, okay. Just a second, let me find this bloody thing. Right, it's a 20.
A natural
It's a
20?
20.
Nice.
Natural 20, if that's what you call it. And
Incredible.
adding a
That's
perception bonus of nothing.
okay. That 20. So in Dungeons and Dragons, when you get a perfect 20, that means a critical success. So you're wildly successful. In the midst of all this chatter, you've been casing the joint very carefully. This is one of the things that you're extremely good at. You're looking for anything valuable, anything that might be like a beloved heirloom that you could ransom back to this house's owner. Those kinds of unsavory activities. But because of this trained eye that you have passing around, you notice a set of tiny little footprints leading from the snow outside the windowsill.
Look, there's a tiny set of footprints leading to the snow from outside the windowsill.
What could it possibly be?
Oh,
That way.
that's nice. I didn't notice that, but that can't be possible. Who's got feet that tiny? That's not.
Everybody.
no way.
I think it might be in relation to our quests.
Elsa, why are you
theory.
suspicious?
Let's go.
Let's find it. Come with me. I'm good at tracking and stuff.
Yeah, you are. So, Woody Elf Tree, you guys run outside, and these tracks lead off up a big snowy hill. Woody Elf Tree, would you please give me a survival check? Roll that d20 and add your survival bonus.
With
Nice.
pleasure.
Yes, quite.
5.
Excellent.
Survival.
I mean, it's not great, but what's your bonus?
Survival.
Not
6.
quite a 20, is it, mate?
Nice. Okay. All right. You're well practiced, and your specialty is this Arctic tundra kind of environment anyway. So an 11 is perfectly fine. You are able to track these little tiny footprints up a hill. I assume the rest of you are following.
Of course.
Come on,
Yes,
guys. Hurry up.
Oh, sure.
He's my greatest
Cartwheels.
protector.
So you two elves are running on top of the snow. Untrustworthy Alan, I can't remember what race you are. What race are you?
Let me just tell you that now. I'm a ghost.
Oh, you're a Ghostwise Halfling. Ghostwise Halfling. Okay.
He's a
So the
false one.
Ghostwise Halfling and the gnome,
I'm good
the
at
deep gnome,
acrobatics.
Barbara Blade Boy. Yes,
Hello?
you're also running on top of the snow. Puff the Magic, are you in horse form or dragonborn form?
Yes, I'm still horse. I love horse. I love being it. It feels good. Everyone's on me. Let's go.
Oh, not,
All right.
Puff, you are very
So-
deep in the snow. Your oofs are in the snow, though. It's difficult for you.
Your oofs are
Yeah.
in the snow.
It's fine. I put little horseshoes on my shoes. It's fine.
Little horse snowshoes.
I've got snowshoes.
I have
Thank you. That is the word.
Provided some tennis rackets for the bottom of your oofs. You're okay. You're on the top.
Oh,
Let's
Thank-
go, Puff.
gracias.
Thank
Muchas
goodness.
gracias.
De
I
nada,
actually was
amiga.
wondering why you had 4 tennis rackets in your inventory, Barbara Blade Boy, but now I know. Now
I know it's
understand.
very difficult to understand until you understand, and then you understand, and it's okay.
Well, you never know when you'll have a game of doubles.
So as you go up this, all 4 of you except for Puff the Magic Horse, you are easily traversing the snow. Puff, you're lagging a little behind, but you're powerful. You're trudging your way through it. And Woody Elf Tree, you get to the top of this hill, and indeed, you see in front of you, in sort of a clearing just before the forest, you see a funny little scene. What you are able to deduce is that there are 3 of these little tiny elemental creatures, and they're about 6 or 7 inches tall. They have little tiny masks, almost like a ceramic mask for a face. They have wild hair, and they almost look like little animated dolls. And they're all playing atop the snow. A dinner plate with branches and pine cones arrayed on it like a meal is placed in front of them, and one Chwinga is sitting at the edge of the plate while the 2 others are moving. One has a fork and one has a knife, as if they're cutting and eating the branches and the pine cones.
My God. What the hell is going on?
Do you say this aloud?
Have a look at this, guys.
There's no, I have to assume
Crazy. Oh,
there's no attempt to help here, right? You're just saying this out loud.
Oh, yes. Good.
Okay, excellent.
Trying to paint the picture for you, you know.
That's wonderful. So as you speak, Woody, and the rest of your party arrives to behold this strange sight, all 3 of these Chwingas turn their little masks, their little faces right at you. And one of them starts to gesture. One of them takes the fork and the knife in their hands, and they start moving it like they're cutting a slice of the pine cone for you. And one of the others, the second Chwinga, makes a motion with its hand like, oh, eat, 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 and is beckoning you over. So to you specifically,
Okay.
Woody, or to any of you.
I'm hungry. I go immediately for the icon. Let's go.
I nominate the horse.
Well, there's no acorn. It's a pine cone. Very close. A pine cone and some branches, which are not traditionally the kind of fare that you would find super appealing. But if you puff the magic, if you want to tromp up there and start sniffing around,
Yes,
please do.
I
not telling
eat
lies.
everything. I eat all of it. I love it. Let's go. I love it. A bit of salt. I always carry some salt and pepper. Amazing.
Finvara,
I'm a little
what is
skeptical
your
of these
reaction to
fellas.
this scene?
I would be very cautious, and I would like to do a perception roll on whether I should eat it or not.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. I mean, it is a pine
Can I
cone,
cast-
so
I mean, I
Is
kind
it-
of really want
unless
to
you
cast
like-
a spell, but I don't really have anything appropriate. I mean, I could send up some fireworks or something. I don't think that's got anything to do with bread or cones.
You know what?
that's true.
Why don't we go to battle with them?
Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I want to kill him. Let's kill him. Can I kill him?
I think we should attack the bloody thing.
No. I totally
Magic
disagree. We
missiles.
need to keep peace. I want to keep the peace.
Let's befriend them.
Okay.
And then attack them in the
Let us be
desert.
calm.
Right, I'll do a perception roll. I'll do a perception.
Okay,
If we should eat.
Please do. Roll me. Yeah, roll me a d20. Let's see if you want to eat this pine cone.
Oh fuck! Oh, my glasses. So old. It's a 13.
Okay,
That's
13.
16.
Okay, 16 total. So
16,
you are
yeah.
able to ascertain these are just regular ass pine cones and branches. So if that sounds delicious to you, there's no reason not to eat it. But to be very clear,
Thank
the Chwingas, they're kind of miming cutting the food. They haven't actually cut it.
Well, why?
Maybe I could. Maybe it's something to do with insight. Is it anything to do with insight? Should I do an insight roll? Let's have a little insight into whether or not we should bloody murder the bastard.
Sure. Untrustworthy Alan, go ahead and give me an insight check.
I'm gonna roll this bloody dice. Roll 19
Nice. What's your bonus?
plus 4.
Very nice. Okay, 23. These you immediately are able to like hone in on the fact that the pine cone isn't poisoned or magical in any way. The branches, everything looks like it's completely natural. And the Chwingas, little about them, but from what you can tell, they're not trying to trap you. They're not trying to deceive you in any way. They just want you to kind of come and join them.
Let's have pine cones, guys.
Definitely attack them.
I'm so angry. Please can we have the pine cones and stop fucking around because I'm so angry. You do know your checks and your perception and your big esoteric checks. Fuck it, I'm angry. I'm French, I'm going in. I had to say I'm French if you cannot tell. I think it's obvious, but maybe not. I'm gonna eat. Come with me or not?
I will follow you, Barbara. Let's go. I'm with you.
Come on, Poof,
I
let's go.
protect the crazy French woman, so I'm going in as well, bugger it.
But all right,
Yes, it's
excellent.
disgusting, but I'm
All
angry.
in.
All right, I'm all in. So you all approach the Chwingas, and as you get close, they start jumping with excitement. They're bounding around. There's like little from their excitement. It seems little snow flurries are forming around them. They're just pleased as punch that you decided to join them. And Barbara, you in particular notice that one of them is wearing a very familiar left shoe.
Holy fuck. I'm gonna guess his name is David. It's always fucking David, this small stupid creature.
Dave. Yeah.
Let me check my notes. His name is David. Yes.
Off. I knew it. Rosie, we always know. We are in tune. Anyway, listen, David, I cannot tell you how disgusted I am that you have my shoe on. Why did you get my shoe? How did you get my shoe? I must have been asleep. I must have been drunk. I don't know. Anyway, give me back the fucking shoe.
So
Hold on. Witty, come over here. You are my protector. Come and get the shoe off him because my foot is frozen.
Okay. Listen, you little shit. You can't even wear the shoe. You're only that big. Why the hell do you have a shoe? Complete waste of time and resources. Give the woman back a shoe. Now.
the Chewinga's
eliminate you.
face, it's little mask.
I think it's gonna bite you. I think it's gonna bite you, Woody. Step back.
Woody looks at you, Woody. It looks at you, Barbara. It looks back and forth as you guys are yelling at it, and you can't see an expression on its face, but it immediately starts to sort of parrot back what you've just said, and it's like. And Woody, your little intimidation gestures, it's mimicking them with its tiny little doll hands. It's like.
Woody is taking the piss out of us. He's taking the fucking piss.
Okay.
He's got my shoe on. Do you know how much I paid for that in Franprix? Do you know? Woody, you have been my protector for all my life. Why can you not get my left shoe back? It should be so easy for you, and you're talking about this and that, but get my shoe.
I'm going to use my stealth to get the shoe. I can use my stealth.
Okay, it's
Okay,
interesting
tell me
because you are very broad and present, but okay, be stealthy. Go, good luck.
Yes, but that's exactly
It's gonna
what
have
they
to be
least
pretty-
expect me to do. You see. They won't. This is me being stealthy. This is how stealthy I
Stealth in
am.
plain sight.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, give me that stealth roll. Let's see how this goes. It's
Right.
gonna have to be pretty good. They are looking directly at you.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna like this. 19 plus.
Okay, and your stealth bonus.
My stealth ain't bad. I'm not gonna. I mean, my stealth isn't bad. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh no! It's my character's disappeared. Oh no! Skills, stealth. That's 7.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, 26 for your stealth check. It's pretty darn good. So you, without hesitation, as soon as Barbara starts to berate you about being her protector and that it's your duty to get her left shoe back, you sort of the cloaks that you're wearing, the furs, suddenly seem to blend in to the snow and the trees around, and all you can see, the very perceptive among you, can see the footprints of an invisible creature as it moves around toward the back of the Chewingas. Give me, Woody, give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, okie dokie.
Slight your bloody hand.
Give me a second.
Sindara, I'm going to
16.
pick on you next. 16. Okay, what's your bonus?
Sleight of hand. Oh, it's only a 3. 3.
That's still good. Okay, a 19. You are able to reach down to this Chewinga is almost, I mean, it's got the left shoe on it, but it is a little gnome shoe, so it's still small, but not small enough to fit this Chewinga. And you are able to get in there, snipe that shoe, and get out without the Chewinga ever noticing.
Thanks, fuck.
I got it. I told you to protect you. Here's your bloody shoe. Don't lose it again.
Woody, you are my hero. I cannot tell you how grateful I am for this gesture that you have made towards me. The small person at my shoe, you took it back from the person. They are gender fluid because I am a fan of gender fluidity. Anyway, thank you so much for my left shoe. Just before my little left toe went black, I lost the other 4.
Oh no! That's a pretty that's a pretty
It's a
rough looking
big,
foot.
It's a big problem, but I have 1 small toe left. The other 4, they died. But I can still limp along.
Oh, yes.
Finbara, you
Don't worry,
you
I
guys-
will always let you ride on me. It's fine.
Perf, I'm always your biggest fan. but not everybody needs to know why.
Wait. So Puff, you are Barbara's biggest fan, and now Barbara is Puff's biggest fan.
I am so reflectful of you right now. Namaste, my friend. Namaste.
See, yes.
Finvara, you sit down
Yeah.
to this imaginary little tea party as the shoe thievery is going on. What exactly are you doing?
Yeah.
Such a good
well,
question. Nobody knows.
It is a great question. I'm watching the shoe be returned. I'm very happy to see because I know what it meant. I know what the shoe meant. And I'm very perceptive. I ate the fucking cone.
All right, you
Well,
have
this
to
is
describe this.
It was
for me.
nice.
It was
I-
a good cone.
I slice into the cone. It's kind of like a Ferrero Rocher in texture. It's got like a pussy sort of center.
But it tastes like chicken.
It's not, very, it's not very nice. Yeah, I slice it with my long elven fingernails.
Oh, good. Oh,
do I have a
good.
knife?
Great. No,
Yeah.
It's too late. It's too late. You used
So,
your
yeah, okay, I use my fingernails, and it's a beautiful sight to see. It's such dexterity, and I cut my cone, and it's not very nice. It's really not very nice, and I feel a bit sick. I don't want to kill them
I'm
all.
gonna. Okay, so Christian, just because of your.
Finvara,
Let's just say. Sorry. Oh my God, Finvara. Thank you. I'm so sorry.
Come on, kick it with a barrel.
Let's pretend for a minute that you used some magic. You used some magic to grow your fingernails into these knives. Let's just say that you used some magic to do that. And let me have you roll a D100 if you're down for it. That's a little bit of a crazy roll. No, D20. Excuse me. D20,
Oh,
please.
Jesus. Okay. Is a 17.
17 times
17.
5 is 85. Okay. So as you do that little bit of magic, what happens to you is that you are suddenly surrounded by 3 illusory images of yourself. And they're all doing.
Oh, I'm so lucky.
they're all
I'm so
doing exactly-
beautiful.
They're all doing exactly what you're doing.
Okay.
So now do with this information what you will. There are now 4 of you.
Forever?
How about that?
For a while. It lasts for
Hello.
1 minute. 1 minute.
For 1 minute? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of shocked. I think the little elfie people are kind of shocked as well by my ghastly powers.
What about them?
They are. The Chwingas see this. They were delighted. They
I mean, I kind of love myself because I kind of love myself. So I'm kind of loving this whole situation. I'm sort of like checking myself out, you know.
Nice. Do you want to try to romance one of your other selves?
I was absolutely.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Let's do
What
a
are we
like
about
I'm
to
gonna
see?
fuck myself. Are you telling me to fuck myself again? Not the first time.
I am a little bit frightened now.
What am I rolling?
Alright, so let's just do a straight charisma check.
Oh, fuck.
So that's at the top. One of your basic skills. You should have a pretty good charisma.
While he's while he's
13.
rolling, I'm gonna go and go to the cold hole. I'll be back. Okay?
She's checking out the cool hole. Okay, so Christian,
13.
was that 13 plus your bonus?
What's my bonus? What am I looking for?
Charisma. It's
Charisma?
one of the basics. Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's like You got your strength, that section across the top, the very first part of the character sheet. One of those should be charisma.
Oh, plus
But
2.
plus 2.
Plus 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Plus 2. So you've got a 15, just enough. So you start chatting it up with one of your mirror images. And
that's amazing.
can I get a little bit of that? I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, but what's that Finvara
it's
flirt
fine.
game like?
Oh, it's like, oh, hi. I don't see someone who looks like you around here very often. I love the way the moonlight glints on your pointy ears.
As you're saying this, the mirror image is saying exactly the same thing back to you.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I love that music to my ears. I mean, I'm very easily charmed by flattery. So yeah.
If any of you are looking at the Twingas, you will see them, as soon as this happens, they see the other 3 versions of Finvara appear, and then they see him trying to chat one of them up. And then 2 of the Twingas start imitating this. They start trying to chat each other up in the exact same way, like doing the exact same motions, but it's all.
And what's the remaining Twinga doing?
Good point.
He's just watching.
He said that. I would
He's a
like
doggy.
to,
Voyeur. He's a
remaining
voyeur, I see. Yeah.
I'd like to steal it.
You want to steal him?
The remaining. I want to. Well,
Okay.
somebody asked us to collect one, didn't I? Let me try and steal it.
That's true.
Well, we're bloody here.
That's very true. All right. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Okay. So
We just get back
let
to
me.
bloody mission. We came here to get the Twingers.
Let me-
We found
let
the
me-
Twingers. Let's get a bloody Twinger.
I need
What's
to-
going on with this bloody looking at oneself? They're chatting yourself.
Why are they?
What's happening
Why
anymore?
are
I'm
they dancing
completely
around the handbag?
Oh
Let
my
me
gosh.
steal
around
this
the
bloody
handbag.
thing.
She's got her shoe. She found her shoe. We've got the Twingers. Let's get the fuck out of here. You know?
Well, you
Let's go!
have a
Let's
swing
get it back. Let's go.
Dan, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Who am I even? Untrustworthy Alan, would you please give me a D20 roll and let's do a sleight of hand check. See if you can snatch a Twinga.
15 plus
Nice.
7.
Oh boy. All right. Okay. So you are able to give me the color. Describe to me how you sneak up and snatch one of these Twingas.
Well, as you said, I'm very light on my feet, so I just do a little twinkle toad trick trot round the back of the scene that everyone is so enamoured with, and being such an experienced thief, I'm always wearing my thieving jacket, so I just slide the little fucker. Slide the little fucker inside my pocket. And that is how you steal a Twinga.
Well, it succeeds. It succeeds. You are able to steal the
I know.
Twinga.
It never fails. It never fails when you've got to steal it.
But the other two Twingas swarm you and they start clapping. They can't do much damage. They're not trying to hurt you or anything. They're just digging in you like a dog in a hole, digging through your cloak, trying to find your little.
That's like an attack to me.
I'm not having this.
That's an attack.
Combat.
Combat against the Swingers.
Attack. No, I'm going to do acrobatics to get out the way. Can I do that?
Love it. Give me that roll.
Right.
I hate you guys.
It's a.
You should
it's
never
a
have
two.
brought it up.
I've rolled
I didn't even know about combat. You brought the
what'd you
combat
roll?
up. I had no idea about combat. You said combat.
rolled a two.
Trustworthy Alan, what was your roll?
All I have in the
Two?
back of my head is combat.
It was
Combat.
a 2. And I
Woody, do not
What?
think of an elephant.
had 2 plus 5, 7.
Oh, look at you there.
All right, so you got a 7 on your acrobatics roll, which means you try your best to dodge out of the way of these little digging chwingas, but you sort of trip and fall over a boulder behind you, and the chwingas sort of pounce. They're not doing any damage. They couldn't hurt you if they tried. They're just worried about their friend.
Fight them.
The triggers immediately.
All right, you know what? Roll initiative. I didn't teach any of you how to do combat, but now you're gonna do it. All right. Roll a d20 and add your initiative bonus.
All of us?
All of us.
Yeah, all of you.
All of us.
Okay.
Alrighty.
No. Sorry. Repeat that again. Say that
Roll
again.
me a d20
and add your initiative.
Roll me a d20. And then,
Okay, and then-
you'll add a 1.
I don't have any initiative.
Okay, Nat, what was your, sorry.
Uh,
Sorry. Off the magic, what was your 2? A total of 2? Okay,
2.
great.
No, I don't
Nice.
understand. The die says 2, and now what do I do?
Okay, I will roll this total of 3. All right, Barbara
Okay.
Blade
Barbara-
Boy, you have a
Yes.
+3 initiative. So what did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
Okay, beautiful. All right, Untrustworthy Alan, what did you roll?
13.
13? Okay, you got a 16 total. Very nice. All right, Woody Elf
where
Tree,
is
what did you
it?
roll?
I don't know where my initiative.
Woody Elf.
I don't know where my initiative is.
That's okay, I got you. What did you roll?
Oh, I found
Very
it. I found
common
it.
for an actor.
+1. I rolled a 6. +1.
Okay,
+1.
okay. Wonderful, well done. And Finvara, what did you roll?
17.
17, okay,
Oh.
got it.
Murder.
All right.
Fuckers off.
Okay. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait for you guys to figure out how to do this live on stream. All right, Finvara, you are first up. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast the biggest fireball I have in my arsenal at one of them. And
Yeah.
just, I just want to go
God.
balls in.
Yeah.
The most powerful spell I have, plus my wild magic.
Oh my God. All right. So let me just be very, very clear about what you guys are seeing. And don't worry, Finvara, we're definitely going to do what you just said, but I just want you to understand what's going to happen. is gonna happen. +3? Okay,
I got
cool.
my initiative wrong earlier.
That's quite totally. All right. 8. So what you're seeing in front of you is your best friend, a man named Untrustworthy Alan, who is lying on the snow. I'm just saying, I'm just like letting you guys paint a picture of what you're about to do. Untrustworthy Alan is lying on the snow with these 2 little bitty, little dull creatures who are kind of like they're so weak. They're so weak and ephemeral, they can't even get through his furs. Like they can barely ruffle the furs on his cloak, and they're scrabbling at him. He only fell down because he's a dingus. They didn't push him.
I didn't say that
So
though.
they're trying.
Very
So the
entertaining.
moment, I just want to, Finvara, the moment that you start to cast with, I think your best spell for this is Magic Missile, a classic spell. The moment the magic erupts from your fingers and streaks out in these 3 bolts of power, the chwingas vanish. They're gone. But guess who gets hit by Magic Missile?
Hey, what did you do that for? We just got them. Oh, what a bloody waste of time. What are we going to do now?
Sorry, mate.
Me,
No,
I
it's,
got bloody missile.
Untrustworthy
I think
Alan
it's
has been
fucked
hit
up.
by Magic Missile, and just for fun, just because you guys are so hungry for combat, we're gonna cast it at the 2nd level, so it really does damage. We're gonna do
Alan.
one.
What about the one that's in my pocket?
Alan, are you
Do I still
okay?
have the one that I stole? Do I still have
The one that's in your pocket
that I
is
stole?
yes. The one that is in your pocket is
All
still
right,
in your
then.
pocket.
Everything's fine.
He's got the
See?
he has got the key to the sunshine.
Let's go back to the woman with the fur. Give her the stringer, and we can go to the pub.
Have a nice cup of tea.
You can definitely do that, but first, magic missile hits untrustworthy Alan for 7 points of damage.
Oh no.
Sick you, Barbara. Be more careful with the magic missiles.
So,
What, are you
what does
doing,
that mean?
Barbara?
I was just trying to help.
Will you
Think
Woody Elf,
did ya?
hold it up now? Are you okay? Untrustworthy Alan? Can I even trust your
I'm not
response?
sure.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's only a third.
So you hurt?
Well, a third. I'm yes. In short, yes, but not badly.
Tell me
I
what
can
to do.
help you if you want, untrustworthy Alan.
I'm not. Let's just get up and forget the whole thing happened and move on.
Listen, guys, as a team, should we just not do combat again? Because it didn't work out very well. I think the quests are more fun.
I always make love and not war.
Yes, me too. Me too, Barbara.
Finvara, as your mirror image, your mirror image starts to dissipate, and one of the mirror images reaches for you gently and caresses your cheek, and you find yourself caressing its cheek, and it says to you, "I'll be back again," and vanishes.
That's
into the
fucking
mist.
creepy. Why are you making me so creepy?
So,
It's only a
Woody
dating
Elf-
fantasy, mate.
Woody Elftree, would you please give me a perception roll? Give me that D20 plus your perception bonus.
With pleasure. Ten.
10
No.
total?
10 perception. 4 plus 4.
10 plus 4?
14 for those who are not quite that good at maths.
I'm having
Oh no.
a bit of audio delay. Let's hope. I think you said 10 plus 4, and I'm going to go with that roll. Are we back to it yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, there we are. Excellent. Okay, so you had a 10 plus 4?
Refresh.
10 plus 4, Woody? Was that your
Yes,
roll?
yes.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so with that, you're able to see just about 20 feet away, those two chwingas that vanished are peeping out behind a little snow-covered bush, and they're
Oh, there
going,
they are. Bloody shingers again. This time, combat! No, not this time I get you. No. We want to make friends. Let's make friends with them. Let's make friends with the shringers.
Maybe
So
the
they
Swingers
see-
speak Spanish.
Poof.
I could talk to
Go
them,
and
maybe.
talk to them. What?
Puff, you might be in a really good. Yeah, they don't speak Spanish, but you might be able
No?
to. They
Okay.
seem to trust you
Neither
as
does
like
cheese. We're fine.
you're still a beast of nature, so they're looking at you with this like.
Exactamente, sí. Do I talk to them like this?
They don't speak. They can't understand language.
Okay.
They're sort of a little. They're acting things out. They're like they point at Finvara and say.
And so I say, maybe we all point at him and go, "Brr, brr." No? Maybe that's what they want us to do.
Yes, that's how the game works. Right, I must depart for a moment. I will be back instantaneously.
Go check out the cool hole.
I'll go to
So- when you point at Finvara and you start going "Purr, purr," Puff the Magic, they giggle and they seem delighted and they trot out towards you when "Purr, purr," and then they stand. Each of the Chwingas stands next to you and they are imitating your horse body. They get down on all fours and they are like
Okay.
"Purr, purr," and they shake their head. "Purr."
Okay, and do we do a dance together? Is there like a dance, like a mating dance, or no?
It's I mean, a mating dance probably not, but whatever dance you want to do, tell me what you do and I'll tell you what happens.
Please do not
what-
have the sexy time with them because they are the ones that are responsible for the darkness. Remember that.
Oh, okay,
We don't want to create more of that. Remember, we need to bring the
So,
sunshine back.
Okay, so how do I ask them? Do I go brr, 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 and they know, they tell me where the sun is? No? How does it work? I don't understand.
If only it was that easy. So you while
Am I
you're
meant to
interacting
roll
with
it?
them,
Shall I roll a dice?
No, not yet.
No?
But they're what you're doing, what you have done is kind of reestablish the trust in the group. Even though untrustworthy Alan gets
Okay.
none of this trust, he still has a Chwinga. They walk over to the little plate with the fork and the knife, and they sit down next to it again, and they beckon you again. Puff the Magic. They say,
Yes, they already fed me the first time. It tastes like chicken. I like
Excellent. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
So when after they beckon you back and you say you remind them with your horse stomping and face and they go and they nod and then the Chwinga, untrustworthy Alan, the Chwinga that is in your confines of your cloak suddenly appears riding on top of Puff the Magic's horseback.
What? But it was in my pocket.
But maybe me and Alan, because we are in business together, so maybe we are trying to get these animals to
Indeed.
sell them. No? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
No?
Right. Get the bloody thing on the back of the bloody horse and let's get it back to the lady who asked for it so he can get the bloody sun back and stop being so bloody cold.
You look around and you realize Woody Elftree is nowhere to be found. Let me get perception checks from everyone. Go ahead and roll the D20 and add your
I have
perception.
not rolled the dice the whole game. I'm so excited right now.
I've got another 20.
Fear not, my little fantastical friends. I have returned.
Oh, he's
All right,
Okay,
good
so-
job, everybody.
I have
succeeded.
I've done a 12.
Okay.
I
It's
did a
much
20.
bigger than another
So-
2. So like I say.
Am I rolling 20? Am I rolling 20?
Yes.
No.
I
Go
need,
ahead.
I need to check out the
I rolled a
as well.
20. A 20.
Well, Woody Elftree, they're rolling to see if they can find you. So rolling a 20 makes a lot of sense.
Well,
I'm 12.
All right.
I'm 14.
Excellent. Finvara?
11.
11. Excellent. So you are all
now we need
you
to
are all
roll. Trustworthy
you're
Alan.
you're instantly able to spot Woody Elftree as he comes back from exploring the cool hole. But the moment you do, you suddenly realize that untrustworthy Alan is nowhere to be seen.
Do you know what? It does not surprise me that we cannot find him because it's all in the name, correct?
It is all in the name. It's possible that he did a stealth roll outside of this game with me, and I granted him total invisibility. But yeah,
Okay,
untrustworthy Alan is nowhere to be found. And as you pat down your pockets, Finvara, you notice that it feels a little light on coin. Yeah.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
I mean, you and untrustworthy Alan go way back.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember from our time serving together, he used to steal my shit all the time. So I want to do something about it.
What are some of the things that untrustworthy Alan has stolen from you before?
Well, money.
Money.
a wig.
A wig. This is great
Some nail
because
polish.
in Untrustworthy Alan's equipment is a disguise kit. And I think canonically
Yeah, I
it's just
know.
stuff that he's stolen from Vin
So yeah, I'm pretty pissed.
Okay. What do you
What can
think
I
you're
do
gonna
about it?
do? Yeah, what
Magic
do you
missile.
want to do
No,
about
I don't.
it? Well,
Some of these things are only funny to people who understand.
Can I charm him to get my money back?
oh my God, yes. Please go
You're a
ahead.
thieving
and
bastard.
go ahead and cast Charm
That does not
Person.
sound very charming.
So you cast Charm Person.
That was a charming note.
All right. Untrustworthy Alan, I'm gonna need you to make a D20 roll.
One.
And then add your straight wisdom to it. Just not one of the special skills, but one across the top, whatever your wisdom bonus is.
I got one.
Oh, you don't have to roll at all.
Oh, okay. I just
You're
felt like
good.
doing it for fun.
Yeah, this is all for Untrustworthy Alan.
Hurry up then.
Oh,
Oh
I
no!
lost everyone. Oh,
Are we breaking down?
Audio coming through.
Hello.
Audio
Hello?
out.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, we're okay, we're okay.
All right,
Phew.
Untrustworthy Alan, what'd you roll?
14.
Oh no, Untrustworthy Alan.
He said
Untrustworthy
14.
Alan. He said 14. Okay, is his audio not coming through for you guys too?
No.
Okay, great, wonderful. That's okay. We lips.
Thank God he's gone. I cannot stand him, man.
A 14. All right. Unfortunately, a 14 does save against your Charm Person, but now Untrustworthy Alan is aware. Untrustworthy Alan is aware that you have tried to charm him.
He knows I don't trust him. Oh, okay. Okay.
You know what? Bring it on, Untrustworthy Alan. We can't hear you, so just you're gonna have to do a lot of like physical acting for the rest of this role. You know what turned out to be
Suddenly, it reminds me of my father.
Untrustworthy and silent.
He's so expressive. He's so French.
Untrustworthy. I think Untrustworthy Alan is trying to communicate with us in an alternative way. Untrustworthy by name.
oh.
All right. Okay, listen, you clown shoes. You are able to. So the Chwinga
Don't
is
say shoes.
on. This little tiny Chwinga is on Puff's back, but there's plenty of room for the rest of you to mount up if you so choose.
Oh God! This
Wait,
is
just
right.
Are they taking
Yes.
us to the sun? Are we going
Alan is
to the sun?
already mounted.
So the Chwingas don't appear to know anything about where the sun is, but you do know that Elva, the woman in the village, Danica Greysteel, Danica Grey.
Scottish lady. Ah, yes.
What's her name?
Yes, Danica
In
Greysteel.
Lonelywood.
She's the one who needed the Chwingas for research, so you can find your way
Take the
back
bag
to.
and back. Let's see what she's got to say.
All right.
I want to ask Danica what she wants with these Twingers.
Oh, you can do that once we get there, Barbara Blade Boy, but it won't be that easy.
All right.
Oh,
On your way, you encounter a very interesting scene. You come across somehow, even though your horsey shoes make a certain amount of noise, Puff the Magic, the tennis rackets muffle you enough to disguise your approach from a scene of a little fox, and it's crouched down. It's not paying you any attention.
Like this,
And
there's a fox.
Exactly like that. That's exactly what the fox looks like. And this little fox, ears up, is watching this beautiful fluffy snow hare, all white with red eyes, just chewing away. And the fox has stalked it and is ready to jump and pounce.
What?
What do you want to do about
What
it?
are you talking to me?
What do you want to do about it?
You up.
Okay. We stop. We need to stop the weird fox animal immediately. And
So,
I am good at animal handling.
you are, and in fact, you have an ability called Speak with Animals, but you're gonna have to turn out of a horse in order to use it.
Okay.
Perf, get back
So
to
I go
us.
back to dragon.
Right? Yes, you are a
Good.
black dragon
Far
horse.
less intimidating.
No, like fierce.
Okay. And so
And you cast-
I talk to
Do you want to talk to the hare
say
or to the
again?
fox?
the fox.
Oh, you said a rabbit.
Was it a rabbit?
No.
What animal? No, the fox. I want to talk to the fox,
The-
and I asked the fox, "Where are we? We are all lost. Where is the sun?" And this fox it speak a dialect I don't understand. I know I'm good at speaking, but this one I had no clue.
Yeah, it kind of turns one ear toward you, and it whispers.
Okay.
It whispers what sounds to be like, "Not now, not now, sister of the horse. I'm quite busy."
Not now. Then when? What are we meant to do then? So I talk to the hare.
You do. What do you say the same thing to the hare?
¿Qué? I don't understand.
What do you say to the hare? The same thing?
No, yeah, exactly. I want to know where we are and where the sun is and where this Eva woman is and all of this. I don't know. So
Okay.
does the hare talk to me or not?
Oh yeah, the hare talks to you and says,
Okay.
"Oh, it's lovely to see a sister of the forest and the forest today. I'll love to talk to the humanoids that come through the forest. Have you seen any grass?"
No, because everything is covered in snow and there's no sun. So we need to kill these little animals. Have you seen a little animal?
I
Did you
have
see a
not-
bloody fox?
a fox, a fox. And the hare's ears go up. Say, "Fox, where? Where's it? Where's the fox?
He's behind you.
It's behind us. And the hare bounds off. into the forest.
Pantomime.
All gone. The hare's gone, and the fox slowly straightens up to its full height, and it slowly turns toward you, Puff the Magic, and says, "Well,
To me,
thanks
okay.
a bloody lot. I don't know why that was necessary.
What? I don't
You've
understand.
robbed me of my dinner."
Yes, but come with us, and we will find these little what are they called again? The finger things.
We found them!
Chingas.
We've got the fucking chickens!
No, we don't.
Bloody coat.
We've only got one.
We found the
We need to find the other two.
You're fine, honestly. You only need one. You only need to capture one, and you do have it.
But it's in Alan's
Okay.
pocket. Where?
I've got it in my
What?
pocket in my stealing coat.
Alan has
Ah,
okay, don't worry.
Sorry, Alan. It's true. It's true.
The Chwinga on your back, Puff the Magic, suddenly hops off and gets in front of the fox and starts doing a little dance.
Hold on, Tiny. We've been looking for it for hours. Taking us days.
The Chwinga jumps in front of the fox, and the fox says, "Oh, what's this? You got a wee Chwinga. Chwinga. Chwinga." And it starts, the fox like bows to the Chwinga a few times, and the Chwinga is doing this just incredible
Mating
dance.
dance.
Untrustworthy Alan, whatever you gave me earlier has really started to kick in now. It's brilliant.
I thought it was just paracetamol.
Maybe there's one thing you can trust me on, eh?
Alan, you get the best stuff in the frozen
I did say it was going to hit the spots.
God. Yeah, was that when Fivara and all his turned into lots of different people. Was that real? I can't tell anymore. I can't tell what's real anymore. I'm just a little wood elf and a rogue. Ah.
Anyway, so the fox
Back to the
eventually
story.
bows in front of the Chwinga and says, "Chwinga, Chwinga, welcome, Chwinga, welcome." And the Chwinga, I realize now in the framework of a drug trip, this is not getting any better. But the Chwinga jumps on the back of the fox and holds onto its ears like reins, and then turns it towards you and says, and he's ready to keep going.
Can you? Were you talking to me? Repeat again. Because
Oh, it's bloody.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's all right. There she
all
is.
right?
She's back. Oh, Natalia's audio. Nat's audio is out for us. Nat, we can't hear you. So now you are playing the game of charades for us. You're gonna have to do a bit of physical acting.
okay.
Oh, you're back. You're back. So the Chwinga, the Chwinga's ready to go. It's now riding the fox as its own little mount.
Right.
But it looks at you, Natalia. Puff the Magic. It's looking at you. It's only interested in what you're doing.
Fucking awful.
Puff the
We
Magic.
can hear you now. We can hear you now.
We can hear you now. Yes.
Okay.
You look super funny, but we can hear you.
Thank you. Okay.
So, Puff, do you want to continue toward the village of Lonelywood, where Danica Greysteel was?
Great.
Yes, we need to go back and ask the woman to experiment on the little thing.
Yes, exactly. Excellent. Okay. So you all, you Puff the Magic with your 4 mounts and your little fox friend with the Chwinga on top of it, who is just sort of purring contentedly every so often, just to let you know that he's still there. And he has taken up this position that very much emulates everybody who's riding on your back, because he's utterly fascinated by humanoid trappings. You return to the village of Lonelywood, otherwise undisturbed, and you get back to where you met Danica Greysteel outside of the tavern, where she's apparently been waiting for you for several days. She says, "Oh, you're back!
Yeah, she's
I was starting to get in. That's it. I was afraid to leave this spot. I didn't tell you where I was going to be. I didn't know if you'd find me then. Did you find the Chwinga? Did you find the Chwinga?"
Yes, we have it here, and
maybe.
it's bars.
Maybe we found one. What's in it for us? You mentioned the rewards.
It's in. Let me see the wee creature first. What is it?
Oh.
See my bloody
It's on top of the fox.
Sorry, a finger. Yes.
I've got a little fox. It's here for you, the little fox, and on top of the fox, by the ears, is a little Chwinga. Here it is for you to have a look at, Danica.
Oh,
Carefully,
and,
quickly.
she takes the chewinga into her hands very, very gently, and she said,
Be careful with the Twinga. It's been a real pain in the fucking ass getting this Twinga. So just be careful, okay? Just don't.
They're known for that. They're wee little devils. I'm sorry I didn't warn you about that ahead of time. And mischievous little things, aren't they? But they love to fight wee little snowball fights, which is the majority of the experiments that I'm going to do. I'm going to see how small a snowball fight can get, because I believe that small snowball fights are the secret to uncovering this dark winter we have overhead.
I have to say, Deniska,
Okay.
you really think outside the box. That's wonderful thinking. Let's try it.
Woody, Beth, Findara, Alan, let's all have a tiny snowball fight and see if we can own these little creatures called Twingas that sound like a snack, and see if we can get back the sun.
Okay.
I'm rolling my tiny snowballs right now. Tiny snowballs.
So,
Let's roll them and try and get the sun back. I'm so cold. And my left foot is only just warming up.
and flick.
What was it doing in the dishwasher?
So, are you each rolling tiny snowballs?
Oh, you bet we are.
Yes, of course.
I hope the whole world is joining in. Roll them.
Everyone, roll your tiny snowballs. Roll them. So the Chwinga sees you rolling these tiny snowballs, and it knows exactly what's up. It's like, and it jumps off the fox, or jumps out of the hands of Danica and into the snow, quickly builds a little cover wall, like a low cover wall, and starts creating its stockpile of tiny snowballs, and it's cackling. It's like, you have a feeling that maybe this Chwinga is a ringer in the tiny snowball fight.
Attack!
But Danica's like, I'm cut.
Come back!
All right, here we go. Finvara, you're first in this tiny snowball match. Go ahead and roll your d20 for me.
It is 20.
Whoa! Nice. Okay. All right. We will adjudicate this in a moment. Next in the order is Untrustworthy Alan. Roll me a d20, please.
D20. 9.
9. All right. Okay. Next in the order is Woody Elftree. Roll me that d20.
Oh, very disappointing too.
Very disappointing too. All right. Next in the order, Barbara Blade Boy.
I have got for you a 5.
I love it. All right. And last but not least, Puff, give me that d20 roll.
Okay. 18.
18. Glorious roll. All right. Woo. So now the Chwinga rolls. Oh my gosh. The Chwinga rolled a natural 20. A nat 20. I'm not even making this up. So here's how this plays out.
Really?
The 5 of you.
She did not want a combat, and she is telling us so with her magic dice.
You take defensive positions. The Chwinga takes defensive positions. You all start pelting each other with tiny snowballs. And Woody, you get pelted by a tiny snowball and you die. Puff, the magic, you get pelted by a tiny snowball. You're dead. Your eyes.
I'm dead.
Untrustworthy Alan.
I think that's trying to wrap up the game.
I have acid.
Usually I get a conversation with the producers before this, but I mean, this is out. Oh, okay, I'm dead.
Trustworthy Alan, you get nailed by a tiny snowball right in the heart. Boom. Oh no, you never thought it would come to this. And Barbara Blade Boy, you hold out strong and tough. You get nailed with a tiny snowball. Oh no, straight through the head. Game of Thrones. But Finvara, you are the only one who is left standing.
Favoritism.
And the tiny, tiny Chwinga. Your snowballs arc toward each other and explode in midair. And you look at one another and you nod with appreciation and respect. And that's our game.
Come out.
What happened to the bloody sun? Where's the bloody sun? What about the sun?
¿Dónde está el sol? ¿Dónde está el
What's
sol?
the sun?
What about the weird versions of Nirvana?
We
What about
rescued the bloody
the woman
chewing
who
gum. We
had
didn't get any
talking?
bloody sun.
Did anyone watch this?
I still don't
Oh, yeah.
understand what is happening.
Oh yeah, people were watching this. God help them all. We have
That's my language. If you come and see me in the
We have-
woods, you won't hear any language thus.
we have 10 minutes
What
left
do
to
you
just
know?
chat about the game before we cut to our next game. So, what do you guys think? It's
It's
your first
another
game of
game.
Dungeons and Dragons. What do you think?
I had a great time. It's mad.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, neither do I. We
no
got
idea.
taken on a quest journey.
No, I did.
I didn't expect it. I didn't know what I expected, but then it kind of went. Yeah,
I mean, it was great fun.
Really, I was.
I was
Very
I
impressed
was
with the
expecting to see stuff.
characterization. I thought the characterization was terrific, and very strong story. Clipped along at a nice pace. Narrative was, ups and downs, twists and turns, and
Good beginning, middle,
jolly
and
good
end.
fun. I think everybody did a great job overall. Really.
Thank you, untrustworthy Alan.
Am I still untrustworthy, Alan? Then okay.
I want to play more and more and more.
Excellent! Yay! Yay! Hey,
I had
so
a very
you guys-
good
none of-
time.
Yes! Yay!
I want to
Thanks,
climb
John.
the tree of D&D.
So
Tree.
But I have no fucking idea. What is this?
Will you know, Barbara, I'll protect you whatever you do.
It's bullshit. I got it all in my soul already.
Listen,
Take
you
me
guys-
back to
you
the
guys
lonely
were-
wood.
You have been such a
Lost
beautiful,
everyone.
wonderful, perfect group. Are we doing audio? Is audio chunking out again? Am I back?
You're
That's
back.
okay.
I forgot to play my wild card. I forgot.
It would have been tough to come up with that narratively.
I think you might be right, but next time maybe.
Listen, if any of you ever need a dungeon master, if you want to play more Dungeons and Dragons, I promise my games are usually a little bit.
A little bit what?
Right.
They're a
I don't
little bit-
like
a
Woody
little bit
Elstree.
more-
I don't like him. He's a bit creepy, man. I don't like him.
Oh,
I don't know
no.
where he came
A little
from.
bit of what?
Every single one of these characters I'm in love with. I mean, no surprise there. You guys are masters of character, but how is this?
Don't stop it.
Let's just compare what we just did to being on Game of Thrones. Like, how would you rate it? Is it like just
exactly no
exactly
difference whatsoever?
the same? Is
I'm
that
dying.
pretty much exactly.
Basically, an average day, we turn up. The creators, Dan and Dave, would say, "Listen, we've got this idea for a scene.
D&D.
You guys just go and just make it up, and they just shoot it, and that's what happened. Basically, that's how it ended up being like."
Incredible. You can't tell any of that is improv, but I'm excited to learn that.
All improvised.
Yeah, we improvised the whole Game of Thrones. All of Game of Thrones was completely improvised.
Incredible.
And, we
Absolutely.
did shout attack a lot. There was a lot of cries for
Come back, come back, come back, come back.
You shouldn't have told
Now I
me about
understand.
fight each other. Right.
As soon as
So
you
many
said
famous-
combat, I was like, "Oh, I have to do that now."
Ewan, I understand now, having DM'd for you guys, why there are so many fights in Game of Thrones, because you guys are clamoring for blood. I mean, we couldn't even make it through an hour before you were trying to get frisky. So now I get it.
We're very aggressive.
Did you like the twist ending where everyone died?
I like
No,
that, yeah.
I did not like that. Because personally, I thought that I was your favorite, and then you killed me, and it hurt a lot.
Personally, I was not surprised. I was not surprised. I thought you had it in for me from the beginning. So,
I was thinking that Woody would be the heroic death of this scene, and he was.
Delightful. Listen, you guys, I hope you've all had a really, really wonderful time. Again, I loved DMing for you. I would happily play Dungeons & Dragons with all of you. And if you ever need any more advice on playing D&D back home and having more fun with it, maybe learning to read the whole character sheet, please call me, please email me. I'm so happy to help. So
Like, I've got no idea what just happened.
Thank you,
but I had
Kate.
the time of my life.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I need to hear, Gemma. That's awesome. Yes, thank you. As you guys all know, everyone watching, everyone on the stream with me here, we are doing this to benefit Red Nose Day, which is one of the charities, one of the best charities out there. We're honored to get to work with them. This is a benefit for children in poverty, which is a growing concern all over the world, especially with COVID. And so now is a wonderful time to get involved with this charity. Please click that donate button below if you had fun. Dungeons and Dragons, I believe, is Wizards of the Coast has decided to match up to $250,000 of donations. So let's get them to dig out the checkbook, y'all. This is my employers. Get them to dig deep and donate all of that money, but they can't do it unless they're matching you. So donate, please do. It's a wonderful, wonderful cause. Thank you, Ewan, Natalia, Daniel, Christian, Gemma. I am so honored. It's been such a delight. I can't believe I can't believe I'm alive, and frankly, I think that I'm dead, and this is the afterlife, and that I was very good in my previous life.
It is.
But please, if those of you watching, please stick around. There's going to be more gameplay coming up in about 9 minutes. We have the WWE game coming up with Jeremy Crawford DMing. And that is going to be a massive amount of fun. They're a really, really, really hilarious group. So don't go anywhere. Stick around.
Yeah, let us get into that one.
What's wrong with us?
We're done now, Gemma. We're done. They don't care about us anymore.
Finished.
Well,
you guys are old
Time to
news.
left shoe and that's it. I can't believe it. I don't know.
I know how
I
you
find my
feel.
shoe when you fuck me. What?
You kill me.